The last on the cards for match day 4 in the championship playoffs is upon us. Sunshine Stars set ready to do battle against unarguably the face of the top flight, 8-time league champions, Ayumba International Football Club. Just some seconds past the top of the hour, about 30 degrees Celsius. Pretty cloudy and the wind still traveling at a pace of 10 kilometers per hour. But the temperature potentially dropping to about 25 degrees Celsius. Contrasting fortunes for these teams in this competition. Sunshine yet to taste victory, but remain unbeaten since the opening day defeat to Rivers United, while the People's Elephants, clad in all blue today, have obtained 5 points from a possible 9. Somewhat decent enough to prevent likely palpitations going into the final match day against the current defending champions. These teams have been competing at this level since 2010, and most of those matches ended up being a goal fest. Towards this pocket of fans at this amazing edifice will be hoping for a game they can always talk about. Some will talk about with a sense of satisfaction. Sunshine Stars still without a win, and the chance to cause a major upset is right up ahead. Ex-Ayumba striker Steven Chukwude in the lineup for the Stars. Also an above-bred player in Emeka Isaac starts in the defensive midfield role for the men from Akure. There's also that goal scorer in the previous game, Loki Yang, with the number 7 shirt. The match officials for this contest is led by Bashir Salisu, Hope Ego, the first assistant on the left, Abibatu Yusuf, and Kazim Abdusalam will serve as the 4th official. The most successful team in the history of this competition, but they will execute this game without the current league top scorer Chukwuemeka Obioma, who sits out with illness. Pascal Eze returns to the match they scored after serving the match ban to add still in defense. Unfortunately, Elijah Akani, Philip Ozer and Eze Ekotuziam remain sidelined with knocks, but they do have the effective 22 Iken Nakupa. Aside on a 9-match unbeaten run, the last league defeat was the 1-0 loss against Akwa United in the year, but this man will be hoping to cause a major upset if they're able to mastermind the victory against the People's Elephants at the face of Eritagoye. But this is his tactical opposition today. Former Super Eagles player, legend in his own right, Finidi George. Ayumba did a double against Sunshine Stars last season. A 2-0 victory at the Elephant Park in Aba. Chukwuemeka Obioma and Samuel Stone, the goal scorers, and made that trip away from home against the Akure side. They finished 1-0 to Ayumba. Victor Ambauma, who no longer is with the team, the only goal scorer in the 46 minutes. Man who's played every minute, the championship playoff Mustafa Lawal, the goalkeeper for Sunshine Stars. And there will be some level of attention paid to most of the calls he would make. Bashir Salisu, referee for this crucial contest.
live. Thank you.
So we can get it, make the difference. So I had to urge my players to go because we still have some few minutes left. So and we utilized that few minutes. That was a good one from them.
All right, Coach, what would you have done differently in this particular encounter if you wanted the maximum point?
Well, I think we have done all what we needed to do. But, sometimes you do all your plans. But football is a different thing. It can sometimes disappoint you. But I wasn't disappointed today because we gave a good account of ourselves. It's just that we made some mistakes in defense, which cost us the 2 goals. You can imagine where they scored us the second goal from a very far distance. And it wasn't expected, but it's football.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
You're welcome, thank you.
All right, Coach Stanley Aguma there sharing his thoughts. Of course, highly disappointed, but will be very happy because his team narrowly are losing to Remo Stars. And for the first time in Remo's history, they were looking to get a win against this highly revered Rivers United, but that is not the case. Well, Dan, you have to say, if there's anything we enjoy about Remo Stars is they give us a spectacle, and that was exactly what it is. The winless streak continues with Rivers United. Remo Stars are yet to beat Rivers United in a competitive fixture. How do you feel right now?
I didn't see the equalizer. I didn't see it. I thought we have won, but unfortunately we have to settle for a draw. Honestly, I didn't see how the goal happened because I was still about thinking of what to do to seal the maximum 3 points, like I promised you before the start of the game. But unfortunately, this is football. It happens, and we take it like that, and we move on.
Now, this was basically how everything came to be here. I mean, your team seems to be in a celebratory mode with arguably the goal of the tournament, if you ask me, for the championship playoffs. And maybe that also sparks of the inexperience you have with your side, knowing fully well that you have gone in the league, it's time for you to lock up. But then again, we saw Rivers United take advantage.
Yeah, you are somehow right. Maybe inexperience. We're still in the euphoria of the goal. Fantastic goal. If not the best so far in the league, like you said. Before we have a blink, Jack, where are you? We have the ball in the net. Our goalkeeper was late. But this is football, Moses. Like I told you, it's football, and we move on. We just move on.
I hear you clearly on that. 2 draws now on the bounce over 2 games. What are the aspirations? Does that dampen your mood going into the 3rd fixture?
Definitely it will affect us, but we have a way of turning things around. We have another 9 points to grab, opportunity to grab 9 points. This is our focus now, to try to get maximum 9 points, if it's possible.
I hope you don't have any injury there.
I guess it's one of the players, maybe from their mouth during jubilation. I'm so sure. And if it's an injury, maybe I'll take good care of it.
Go take care of it then. All the best, Coach. Thanks for your time. Oh, my word. Rebel Stars, no doubt, has to be a team to watch out for. And great confidence are coming from our coach, Ogumadede. Now, Mike is with me here. Mike, let's talk about the highlights and just run through what we have just witnessed right now between these two sides. Arguably the best game of the last 4 or 5 we have seen. And, Mike, what would be your take?
Perhaps arguably it's an understatement. For me, undoubtedly the best game we've seen so far. They came into this game as underdogs, and goalkeeper Victor Sochima will not be happy with himself for this. Yes, the ball was placed low, but should have reacted way in time. That he did not do. Of course, they got a deserved equalizer in that. Having said that, Ogumadede, they've been very, very proud of his team. I like their doggedness. Substitute Kudus came in, gave it to him. He played it low and hard, but goalkeeper Victor could have done better. In presence of scouts and, of course, the national team coach who once invited him and was on the bench for the Eagles. Now, as soon as these guys came back and Wangwa went out, they lost steam. They lost their drive in attack. And there was a chance that Lokosa Jr. should have scored from. Good free kick there by Ismail. He has a way of bending the ball. This we have as well from Ebubeduru, but that you see him regretting that opportunity. That's Sadiq now, flinging that ball, drop for him. On the turn, he wanted to hit it. It didn't quite work out for him. Poor reaction. But good enough, these guys did not give in. What about this unselfish play from the Liberian Gibson? He had an opportunity to dribble the goalkeeper or go 1-on-1. That he didn't do. He brought the ball out only for Chiamaka Madu. So instead of slamming the ball into the net, Chiamaka instead hit way above the net. Chiamaka, of course, will not be happy. But I like this unselfish play. That's Gibson. He took the goalkeeper out, dropped it, but Chiamaka chose the upright rather than the net. And the other was flop. A golden opportunity for them to have solidified the game, to have rounded up the game, which they didn't do. Unknown to them, Remo had plans. And when the opportunities did come, Remo showed that, yes, they were hungry. I cannot get enough of them. That's Ukeme.
For hanging out with us. We hope you have had a great encounter with us here. For me, as always, as I always Yana, this is our game. And I think it will be an interesting clash. Rivers United being the first team to end victory right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. And it's always a delight to speak to a veteran in the league. Of course, I have said he owns Rivers United. Forget that Rivers people owns it. But Stanley Aguma, exciting moments for you as we look forward to a second match day for your team as defending champions.
Yeah, this is a very crucial match. Having played the first game and got a win, we're expecting to do better than we did in the first half so that we can be able to be assured of victory. We are not underrating Remo Stars because we know they have a good crop of good players. They have the likes of Ifeanyi and Lemina, Dayojo, and Dokpe. These are household names, are key players in the team. So we are not looking at them with key gloves. We are ready. We are sure that they are going to give us a tough battle. But at the end, we are optimistic that we are going to carry the day.
Now, let me help you optimism here, or more or less validate it, because on a head-to-head situation, Rivers United have had 4 wins with Remo Stars and just 1 draw. Remo Stars has never beaten Rivers United. Is that enough to actually give your team some level of momentum?
Yeah, of course, that is it. But then you cannot rule out the surprises of the game because we do not rely on past records. But I know to an extent it can play a big role. Today we are coming out here as defending champions, ready to take on any opponent. So Remo Stars is not an exception, and we know that they are a strong team. That's why we are also ready for them.
You were a bit worried about the high turnover of games and the fact that your team does not have enough time to recover. Would this be an issue for you to defend your title appropriately?
Yeah, I think actually it has been affecting us for some time, but we have overcome that. The players have taken a bit of rest. And now I think we are ready to go. They are all ready to go. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much and all the best to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Stanley Aguma, the coach for Rivers United, quite excited. You can see the confidence is with the team. Had actually stated he's worried at the fact that this Rivers United side are not having enough time to recover from games, seeing that they have played the most games than any other team in the NPFL. Daniel Ugumodede joins me for Remo Stars. And Daniel, what a delight to see you. You know, if I'd known you were going to come dressed this way, I probably would have actually worn my suit also. But then again, you have to give it to your Remo Stars. very dogged, very relentless, and they do not take any prisoners. What are we expecting against a high-flying defending champion in Rivers United?
Yeah, we know we are playing against a team that is just coming out of the continent. A team just coming out of the continent. Very strong, no doubt about it. In terms of physical presence, maybe they have edge over us. But for sure, we know what we have ahead of them is our tactical prowess, is our strength, and that's what we're going to go for in the game.
Remo Stars has never beaten Rivers United. Would that change today?
This time we will. For sure.
What should we be expecting from your team? And I agree with you. Maybe the tactical prowess is there. You had said they got a physicality against you guys. They've got the head-to-head record against your guys. What should we really be expecting?